Hey there, fellow cat lovers. This is Adam from Catatainment. Today, I want to talk and show some positive cat stories. I feel like we need some positivity in this world. So, I have three stories, three news stories, and then an article that I want you all to watch.
10 years ago, Glenn Stupar's daughter had a Christmas wish.
My daughter Keisha back in 2014 said, Dad, I really would love a cat this year. I just want a cat. We never had a cat before, so Dad buckled, and for Christmas we went to the Humane Society in the West End of Edmonton and was originally named Stardust, but we renamed her to Sophie.
Sophie was the family's first cat. As pets do, she became a beloved member of the family until June 2017.
Every morning I would get up, go and shower, come out, and there'd be Sophie sitting in the bathroom mowing at me, waiting for her breakfast. Well, this morning she wasn't.
Sophie had escaped from the apartment through the balcony. Stupar says they tried desperately to find her, but they never saw her again. Fast forward 7 years. Just days ago, on December 19th, Stupar's phone rang.
A few days before Christmas, I got the phone call from the Community Cat Society saying, did you have a cat chip by the name of Stardust? And it took me probably 5 to 10 seconds to be like, well, yeah, it was Stardust, but we named her Sophie. I didn't even know she was chipped.
Sophie had been living in the side of this Hughes car wash for at least 2 of the last 7 years she's been missing. A couple had taken notice of her and were regularly feeding her for the last 18 months, along with some of the employees at the neighboring Sobeys. A worker from Community Cats Edmonton, after some unsuccessful attempts, was finally able to capture Sophie, get her to a veterinarian, leading Sophie back to her family.
To get that call, I was numb the whole day in a good way. On December 15th, the day she was actually finally trapped, we were as a family together just having a lunch to commemorate the 1-year anniversary of my mom's passing. And we were actually talking about Sophie that day.
Stupar says Sophie is now back with his daughter Keisha, who the cat was originally intended for, and is adjusting back to domestic life well. He says he can't thank Community Cats Edmonton enough for their persistence in rescuing Sophie and bringing her home after a long 7 years.
I joke, I say it's the ultimate Christmas regift.
In Spruce Grove, Bianca Millian, City News.
Now, I love that first story. That cat up in Canada, I think Edmonton, up in Canada, so it's very cold. And to survive 7 years on your own, living in a car wash for a few years is like an amazing story, inspirational story. I love that the people had the kitty microchipped, even though they didn't know it. The people before them had that cat microchip, so that's an incredibly, to me, heartwarming story, and especially to happen on Christmas is just awesome. Always microchip your pet, your cat and your dog if you can, because things like that stuff happens. Let's watch the next one.
Incredible boy. Zayn Berry was at a local park when he saw these kids mistreating a helpless kitten. Now, to stop the mistreatment, he then got his own skateboard, traded it for the kitten, saving his life.
And I asked him, I said, well, how did you get it? You know, did you get her? He says, no, Mom, I offered him my skateboard and told him they can go play on it so I could save the kitten.
Zayn Berry's act of bravery and kindness led him to an inseparable bond with his new best friend, Peaches.
We go on the bed and play.
He just fell in love with it, and you could see it, and then you could see the cat just loved him.
After rescuing Peaches, the Berry family took him home, but quickly realized he needed medical care.
You could hear its breathing was all congested, and the paws were all caked with gook on it.
The Humane Society in Yuma says Peaches had an upper respiratory infection, causing him to lose one of his eyes. It had to be surgically removed, but the kitten is recovering well.
Peaches' eye looks great. The stitches are going to come out.
Lauren Twerdak with the Humane Society says Zayn's actions saved Peaches.
For Zayn to have that care and that drive at such a young age is honestly outstanding.
That's why community members are coming together to thank this 8-year-old with a big heart.
From Humane Society and Zoomies, they donated him a board and a gift card, and he actually went down to Zoomies and built the whole thing the way he wanted it.
The Berry family also received donations so they could officially adopt Peaches and get him neutered.
I told him, we explained that he was going to lose his eye, and he says, that's fine as long as he can live, because that's my best friend.
Peaches is here at the Humane Society. He had to get some new stitches, but he should be ready to go to his new home as soon as tonight. Reporting live in Yuma, Alexandra Rangel.
Doesn't it warm your soul and make your heart smile when you see a little boy, a youngster, do the right thing for this cat? It was being bullied, and they recognized it, and they traded probably their beloved skateboard at the time to help that cat. That story to me just makes my heart smile and is so awesome. I hope it made your heart smile too. Have you ever seen anything like that before? I haven't, so I wanted to share this story with you. I hope you enjoyed it. We got still one more news story that we're going to get to, so let's watch this last one.
Angiano spent days searching the Yellowstone forest after their cat Rainbow got away on a camping trip.
But really, I mean, my husband is my hero because he went every day into the forest for hours looking for him.
They got help from park rangers and other campers, but the cat was nowhere to be found, and after a while,
we had to leave without him. That was the hardest day because I felt like I was abandoning him.
After 60 days spent back in Salinas, they could only hope Rainbow was still out there.
There up pops this message from Pet Watch. Rainbow with identifier microchip number 12 digits long has been identified.
A woman in Roseville found Rainbow and took him into the local SPCA.
He was really depleted. He probably didn't have a lot of energy to maybe even go further. So this lady who found him and rescued him, she's just an angel because she even said that he looked like he was not going to make it much longer.
But what everyone wants to know, how did Rainbow, in the span of 2 months, get all the way from Yellowstone to Roseville, over 800 miles away? They're hoping someone may know, and maybe their story could spark a memory.
Hey, I remember that cat. And we saw it here, we saw it there, or, even they took it in.
The Angianos say Rainbow's story is an important reminder. Get your pets microchipped, because without a chip, Rainbow might not have been found and finally brought home.
What an amazing story of survival. I'm sure that cat probably got picked up several times because I don't think it would make 800 miles in just 60 days by just walking or running alone. So I'm sure it got picked up. Thank goodness for the kindness of strangers. There are still positive, friendly people out there towards cats. There are still good people out there, and something like that, when I watch it, it really just can restore my faith in humankind, in the kindness of strangers, and in the kindness of others. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. We got one more article to go through.
Okay, now this last story is just more funny than anything else. So this little tuxedo kitty, as you can see in the headline, it's missing. The town is missing its clothing as this four-pawed cat burglar pilfers items from neighbors and brings them home. So this kitty named Taboo apparently is going into its neighbors' homes and going into its neighbors' areas and stealing things like socks and underwear and things like that. So I just found that to be very funny. It's a funny little article.
So, if you did like and enjoy those little funny little articles, those funny little news stories, heartwarming news stories, please let me know in the comments. I hope to do more of them. We do save cats in this community. That is also something I want to talk about. We always donate money. All of this channel money, channel earning money, goes to cat charities every month. So hopefully, maybe become a member, donate, and we will see you on the next time, spreading the love, spreading the kindness, and spreading the positivity. Goodbye.